Hey, Mike.
I was just waiting to see if Peter would jump in because.
I
So, how long has it been?
For me, I guess the last time I had sex was wait, hang on. So you're talking about the podcast? No.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So
The podcast, it's been a while.
It's been a while. We recorded this episode a month ago and never published it.
We weren't happy with the results
because we were so out of practice because it had been like 7 or 8 months before that. So whatever, we're back. And today we're going to talk about all the things that technology has ruined.
Well, 7 of them.
7, sure. No, all of them.
Yeah, there's only 7 things.
Yeah. Well, so I want to get I want to take a group of things off the table. Because clearly you could say the number one thing that technology has ruined is like human connection, truth, privacy.
Oh, wait, hang on.
What else?
You're taking that off the table?
Yeah, that's not the point of this episode.
Then I think my list may...
You have nothing left on your list.
I've got nothing left.
Okay.
But so we've both prepared lists, right? And we're gonna compare what we've come up with. So Mike has taken those things off the table. I'm not going to say.
Oh, you're still gonna have those on your list because we could do the entire show just off those. All of our lists could be just those things.
True.
All right. Well, let's see what we've got. Do you want to start with one?
Okay. All right. Well, I think the first thing for me, and it's a big one, is our smart things. Just anything that now has the prefix smart. So
technology has ruined those things?
Yes. Well, by making them smart. So TVs, phones, any smartphones, phones with better watches, fridges, lights, all of that stuff.
Yeah, hard disagree.
I'm sorry, man. I long for the days of having a dumb TV and a dumb phone and a dumb... I don't use my phone for... I mean, I use it for Google Maps, but I would quite happily have a separate device for that. I use it for occasional... I mean, I don't use it for like messaging much when I'm out. I don't check my email on there. I don't use instant messaging things or social media. I check Instagram in my web browser. I use WhatsApp on the desktop app. Yeah. TVs are a big bugbear for me because I don't want it connected to the internet. I just want to watch stuff. Maybe have a USB socket on it.
What are you going to watch if it's not connected to the internet?
Like terrestrial streaming TV. I guess it's cable TV for you guys. No, I mean, in the UK we have these things. We have a free TV, it's called, and you get a bunch of hundreds of channels for free. Most of it's rubbish, but there are the kind of the stock ones: BBC 1, 2, 3, ITV, Channel 4, and their associated channels, and they have pretty much everything decent. All the other ones are just kind of rubbish.
Yeah, we've got network television. If you can catch it on an antenna, it's 5 channels, but we can't get that where I am. So you could get cable, but we just use Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, all that stuff. My best example though, well, one, I couldn't live without my smartwatch, which I don't use for alerts and notices or anything. I use it for fitness tracking. Super important to me because if you haven't tracked it, then you didn't really work out.
Yeah.
I don't make the rules.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know, mate. Watches are another big thing because I'm sorry to interrupt. It's just you brought up watches, and I have a couple of beautiful classic watches with a leather strap, and I had this one that my dad gave to me a long time ago, and it has the phases of the moon and the date and everything, the phase of this, all this kind of beautifully crafted thing. I'm never going to wear it because I've got a fucking smartwatch now. And I have the time on here.
You don't have to wear the smartwatch.
But like you say, if it's not tracked, then
Oh, okay. So my example is going to be, and we're never going to get through our list because we're already like 5 minutes in and we've covered one thing. I have an 8 sleep temperature controlled bed. And if I can't from my phone program it to start cooling down so that by the time I slide under the covers, it's a cool -4, then I'm not interested. We go on vacations, like I'm mad the entire time that I don't have my temperature controlled bed. But luckily, I can check the status of it on my phone from wherever we are.
Just that is absolute nonsense.
Makes perfect sense.
Mike. All right, okay, your turn. Right. Go on.
I'm gonna go with for my number 1 pick, the encyclopedia industry.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, not that I have any vested interest in maintaining it. Boy, technology ruined it, though.
Yeah, that's funny. I was thinking about this recently because I was thinking that. Well, yeah, I saw a YouTube video and somebody was talking about the old CD-ROMs that you had, and interactive CD-ROMs they were talking about. And
that's right. Jeez, I even forgot about those.
Yeah, all these little kooky things. They were, but they weren't games, but they were sort of experiences. And Encarta was one of them.
Yep.
Yeah. And I was thinking that they kind of missed the trick. Like Encyclopedia Britannica and Encarta, whatever, they should have been bang on that online encyclopedia business.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like they're the RIAA of the information industry, right? Like they had their physical business that business model that they had to try and protect. Same with newspapers, like all of them kind of fell in that category.
Yeah, they didn't evolve. I think they were like blockbusters, the blockbusters of their era.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna want CDs mailed to them. All right, hit me with one, Peter.
Good choice. All right. Well, I'm sorry you mentioned this at the beginning, it's being off the table, but privacy. I think our expectations of personal privacy have gone out the window.
What expectations there? I don't even understand what you're.
Well,
a case in point.
Exactly. Like it used to be that, sharing information about where you were in the world was considered, I don't know, something that you had the choice to share with someone. And now it's not. And not just that, but all this stuff that people don't know about, like how much time your mouse has spent hovering over a particular image on a thing you're reading. Like if you pause on, and all these incorrect conclusions that people come to because of it, it's horrible. And I don't know, just the vast databases that are being compiled about us are horrendous and scary. And the reason it's ruined is that, like you, people just don't care anymore. They've just given up.
But was it maybe like a false sense of security before? Like you said, we didn't have to worry about it, but we also didn't have the means. Now we have the means, but no way to stop it, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I think it was more of a choice. The people who had access to that information were at least, I mean, I'm not saying governments are all, always doing the right thing, but it was, there was a barrier to entry that wasn't like, oh, buy a database off a data broker.
Yeah. All right. Well, Mr. Downer, my next one is the night sky. Wow. And somebody mentioned this in our Discord server. I want to say it was I Am PyTest, but I don't remember specifically. So sorry if I got that wrong. But light pollution is I wish, my dream is to go someplace where there's no light pollution and see what the night sky looks like from there.
Wow. Okay.
That's got to be unbelievable.
You think? Oh, okay. Well, so why don't you do it?
It sounds like, who would want to be in a place like that? I mean, that no lights. They probably don't have. They probably don't have mobile data there. Like, I don't.
This is the. Oh God. Sorry.
I don't.
It's just that this is the whole problem with all this stuff. Is the reason it's ruined is because everybody's just like, yeah, okay, give it to us, and then we. Oh, okay.
I mean, I'd have to pack up my bed, drive all the way out there. I don't. It just feels like a hassle.
Oh man. Okay. I don't know. I think Yeah, I know what you mean though. When you go out to the countryside and look up at the sky, it's like, holy shit! I didn't know it was supposed to look like that.
Yeah, and I'm in a pretty rural area, but even still, like, you see, I mean, Philadelphia is probably 1,000 miles from where I live, and I can see the lights in the sky easily. That was my attempt at not doxing myself after I already stated that I was near Philadelphia. John's publishing my address as we speak.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm just trying to. I heard something about a potential way to combat climate change the other day, which is to seed the portions of the Earth with slightly reflective particles that would cause a kind of like, I guess, a greenhouse or a mirror effect. And yeah, we wouldn't see much of the when the Earth is enclosed in a fully protective dome. That's when you can really say that like the night sky has been completely ruined by.
But then we'll have technology to just like project stars onto that, and then they could be really good.
Yeah. We'll all be wearing Apple VR headsets to like.
Oh, we need to do a VR episode, man. I've had this Meta Quest 3 for a while. I have opinions, but let's not get into that now.
Okay.
It'll ruin the nature of reality. Will be ruined. All right, hit me.
Okay. No, go. I think you've got more than I have. So give me another one. What's next on your list?
So my next one is going to be local business.
Really? You think the local? I suppose. But is it technology that's ruined local business?
Well, so I was thinking about that. On the technology side, you could say Amazon and eBay. Great examples where, why would I go to the store if I can order something on Amazon? Now you could say the main competitor to Amazon might be someplace like Walmart or Target, which still is a local store. But I would argue then that they're not really a local business and that they exist because of the like supply chain management technology and things like that. So it's not like a pure tech play, but I think the logistics of it is largely technology driven.
Okay, I see what you're saying, but I think it's more like capitalism has ruined local businesses. To be honest,
is there a difference? Like capitalism is at the core of everything.
Capitalism and technology are very closely intertwined. So yeah. All right, fair, I suppose. By the way, Target and Walmart are not local stores to me personally. So yeah.
What do you mean?
It's all right.
They're on like in every city in America.
Yeah. We know that you don't do outside America, so
don't do what?
Yeah. All right. My turn.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. I've got 2 left, but we don't have to do all of them.
Okay. Well,
but go ahead.
I got 2 left too, as well. So, attention spans. I think that yes, attention spans are now. I don't have the data to back this up, but I'm pretty sure that we have trained our brains, or our brains have been trained to flip between short-term dopamine hits in various different forms.
Yeah.
I think there was probably always an element of that in throughout history, and there's people who have, I think ADHD probably existed for, without it being a label in the past. But I think that, especially for kids, when their brains are forming and they've got a tablet in front of them the whole time, and there's TikTok and those games, the runners and stuff like this, that they form neural pathways that are maybe like shorter, or I'm not sure if it's necessarily a bad thing. I think probably it's a bad thing. But yeah, what do you think?
Well, I thought about that. And I also thought, kind of related to that, this idea of like.
Anyway, so moving on to the next thing. Sorry, are you still talking, Mike? Jesus, come on! I want to.
Okay. Sorry.
No. Please, sorry. What were you going to say?
Please don't reprimand me again. I can't take it.
Yeah, no,
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Peter's very abusive in our personal lives. So I was thinking related to that of like patience, in terms of like, I want an answer to a question. I don't even have to wait to like look it up or ask somebody. I just immediately go online. So I think it's that same thing. But actually my next item on the list was family dinners. And I think very much for that same reason. Not that we have family dinners a lot, but even if you go to a restaurant, people aren't even talking to each other at restaurants. They're on their phones and the kids are on their phones. And even between me and my wife, I mean, if some topic comes up, immediately it's like, oh, let me Google that quick, and then we can have this conversation.
Yeah, that's so true.
What happened to me just talking out of your ass if you couldn't look something up right away?
Yeah, right.
What happened to that?
I remember people used to call me from when the internet was starting getting big in like 97 or whatever. People used to call me from the pub to ask me questions. Like if they knew I was home, they would call me and say, "Hey, what's the largest bear that's ever lived? Like, how many dogs would it take to take down that bear?" Like,
because they thought you knew that, or because they thought you had access to the internet?
Because I was online.
Okay. Yeah. Like Peter's the bear guy for some reason.
Yeah.
How many bears are there, Peter?
I don't
know. Not types of bears, actual bears.
It's like one of those Google interview questions, isn't it?
Right, do you have one left?
I have one left, which is related to privacy, but I think personal security. I think technology has kind of ruined it in that, especially with like your identity and not. I was thinking about identity theft, but also the assets that we have stored in banks and like I don't know, yeah, that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking from a cybersecurity aspect, cybersecurity didn't exist before the internet, basically. And
that's weird. Why do you think that is?
Because there was no way to attack people in that way before. Thank you, Mike.
Oh, interesting. It's very insightful, Peter.
I know. I'm full of all these gems of wisdom.
Oh, interesting.
So no, but like, there's so many new ways to like scam people these days. And so
but isn't there also a benefit? Like, there's more things you can do to protect yourself. Like, you could have security systems in your home, for example.
I mean, I again, I don't have the data, but
don't let that stop you. Power through.
Yeah. So it's a fact that there were far fewer burglaries and home invasions before the internet.
There were, however, more bears.
More bears. Yeah.
So my last one, is this the last one?
This is the last one, yeah.
You don't have another one?
I don't. That's my
okay.
My fault.
So my last one is actually a good thing that technology ruined, which is measles, mumps, rubella, smallpox, and polio for now.
Oh, okay. You've really been thinking outside the box here, Mike. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's me. That's
although it. That may, I've heard. I haven't been paying attention.
I know. This is why I almost didn't put it on the list, but whatever, it's fine.
Just to explain to anybody and for future historians, we're referring to the fact that
if they're not dead of one of these diseases we've already defeated.
Referring to the recent, what's the word? Appointment, confirmation, I think maybe.
Confirmation,
yeah. Of the new health secretary for the US, who is an avid vaccine denier. And
yep. And worm-brained baby bear eater.
Oh yeah, he's a bear guy too. Actually, he might be in my my friends group somewhere, like friend of a friend.
But this is not a political show. I just think that was medical advancements. Hopefully, one day we'll add cancer to that list.
That's cool. I like that one.
Yeah. All right. So we'll end on a high note. We still made it to almost 20 minutes.
Okay.
We can vamp for another 20 seconds if we want to get there, or we can just wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.